Hello, amazing people. Welcome back to Everything Partners. So, how you guys doing today? Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're generally fine. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're taking care of yourself because you are special. And don't forget that health is wealth. On that note, guys, today we're going to be discussing a health related topic. And what I want us to talk about today is what children with special needs. Children with special needs or special abilities. Now, all over the world, there are children that are dealing with some health challenges, and of course, some people like to use some, negative words to, describe such children, and that is not proper. They have their unique qualities in them, and so you rather say they are children with special abilities or special needs. So today, basically, I'm going to share with you 5 ways. Yes, 5 ways you'll be able to identify children with special needs. Okay, and but before we dive into that, let me quickly give you a very brief, description of what children with special needs mean. So this simply means, simply put, they are children with special needs are children with one or more disabilities. One or more disabilities, and this in turn affects their learning process and of course the way they engage with activities. It's as easy as that. It's as simple as that. And so on that note, let's dive into the 5 ways you can identify children with special needs. Number one, mental retardation. Mental retardation. So, mental retardation automatically brings about what we know as slow development. So, this is a health condition that affects the children in the way they where you have a disorder in the brain. That medically, the professionally, they will tell you there is an injury in the brain. So, like I said, it brings about what slow development. So, you see a grown-up child of about 20 years old behaving like a 5 years old. Yes. Or you see a child of about 4 years old still behaving like a 3 months old baby because of what that mental retardation has brought about was, stunted growth, the way they reason and everything, and so that brings about the slow development. Secondly, number two, I want us to talk about what I call the communication disabilities. Communication disabilities. So, communication is an interaction between two or more persons, right? So, let's say you and I were having a conversation right now. You tell me something and I reply you back. Why am I replying you back? Because I can understand you, I can hear you, right? And of course, I'm able to speak to reply you back. But when it comes to children with special needs, they lack this ability to do that because they can't even understand, they can't even speak in question or even hear to understand you. So when you see such children, you can be able to identify that, oh, these are children with special needs. The third one I want to talk about is what I call the knowledge disability. So this goes with also the second we just mentioned now. So the knowledge disability, where you cannot understand, you can speak, you can hear, then automatically there's no learning process here. You cannot even assimilate, you can reason to be able to have a learning process there. Okay, so in that way the knowledge disability comes in place here, okay, because the learning process is affected here. So when you see children in that condition, you can identify what that they are children with special needs. The fourth one I want to talk about is physical disabilities. Physical disabilities. So when you see a child with physical disability, you can actually tell from their posture or from, let's say, the eyes, the way the eyes is positioned. You can tell that something is wrong, the way the eyes is moving, or the stiffness of the body, which you usually see in a CP child. When I mean a CP child, I mean a child with cerebral palsy. There's this stiffness in the body, unable to actually, express themselves physically. And of course, you can see some hyperactiveness, let's say in an autistic children, okay? Yeah, so when you see such things, you'll be able to identify that these are children with special needs. Then the fifth one I want to talk about is what I call the emotional disabilities. Emotional disabilities. So this simply is the behavioral act of that child. So from the way the child is already behaving, you can already see that definitely this must be a special child. Okay. So these are the 5 ways you can identify children with special needs. I will do a quick recap. Number one, remember I mentioned the mental retardation. You see a grown up behaving like a little one. Number two, I talk about the communication disability, unable to speak, to hear, to understand. Number three, I talk about the knowledge disability, because you can speak, you can hear, you can understand. Automatically, the learning process is affected. Number four, the physical disability, you can tell from maybe the hyperactiveness of that child, or the way there's a stiffness in the body, unable to express itself physically. And the fifth one, we'll talk about the emotional disabilities, which has to do with the behavioral act of that child. From the way the child is already behaving and displaying some moves, you can tell that, oh, this must be a child with special needs. So with this knowledge, guys, we can actually identify children with special needs. And so when you find yourself in the midst of children, you don't just assume, oh, what's wrong with this one? Why is it behaving like this? Oh, this must be this child. Maybe they didn't train him well, or maybe he's too stubborn and all that. No, you can actually tell that, oh, this must be a child with special needs. And of course, when you're able to identify some children anywhere, you definitely know how to approach them better, treat them better, and of course, give them the proper attention and care that they deserve. So today, guys, we've been able to identify the problem, right? It's one thing to know about the problem, it's another thing to provide solution to it. All right, so the next video, guys, I'm going to be sharing with you ways you were able to deal with children with special needs. And this one is very, very important. You don't want to miss it. The ways you can deal with children with special needs. Before I go, guys, let me drop this. Now, remember, every children are special. When I mean every children, I mean every children, irrespective of their condition. They are special and they have their unique qualities in them. So as a parent, as a father, as a mother, as a caregiver, it's very important that you identify these unique qualities in your child, identify unique qualities in these children, so that you cherish them. Trust me, it gives you a good feeling, it puts you in a very good space. Unlike just looking out for their struggles, looking out for the things that they cannot do, you feel that other children of their age can do and they can't do. That will only put you in a space where you don't want to be. Don't forget this. You can't necessarily fix these disabilities, but what you can do is to support them, give them all the attention and care that they need, so that they can do what? They can fight the difficulties that comes with the disabilities. And hear this again, you don't have to be directly involved, honestly, to show care and support. You don't have to be directly involved. You don't have to be the one that your child or your sibling or your sister is dealing with this. You can actually know someone that knows someone that knows someone, okay? So in that note, you'll be able to share this information to people out there, because whether you like it or not, a lot of people are going through situations like this. They have children dealing with health challenges, they have children with special needs, and whether you believe it or not, a lot of people are just so ashamed to talk about it. They rather hide the child, especially because of some stigmatization you get out there, which is very, very unfair. Okay, so with this knowledge, you can actually share this with them, so that they can be able to deal with situation like this. Remember, it's not easy. You are being special, being a mother already, being a caregiver, but you can do more when you're able to equip yourself with all this knowledge. Even though if you don't know the person, like I said, if you're not directly involved, you can definitely give a helping hand to someone out there. Okay, yeah. And so what better way to hear? I'm not just saying this. Remember, I have a child that with cerebral palsy, and so these are one of the things that I like I said earlier on, inspired me to bring up this channel, so that I can be a voice out there, and from time to time bring out informations like this, to be able to share with people out there, so that people that are dealing with conditions like this are able to deal with it better. So on that note, guys, I hope you've been able to also get one or two knowledge from today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for now? Hi, come on. This is one of the ways you can encourage me, sorry, to keep bringing more content like this. Please, if you've not done that, go ahead and subscribe, and also remember to on the bell icon. Yes, on the bell icon, so that every time I upload my content on this video, you just get notified. Very simple. And don't forget to also like and share with friends. Like I said, share with people out there, so a lot of people can get this information handy. Okay, thank you once again, guys. Like I said, the next one I'm going to be sharing with you the ways you can actually deal with it. This is something that I'm involved in. Like I said, I have a child with CP. This is something I'm involved in, and I know a lot of things about this, and I'm being a teeth presently. Okay, thank you once again, guys. See you on the next one. Don't forget to always take care of yourself because you're special and your health is very important. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.